news source.
Good evening, everyone. The Muldoon community gathers, attracting people from all walks of life to remember 14-year-old Jayla Blackshear. The 14-year-old and her mother, Rachel, were the victims of a double homicide last Tuesday. Jayla's father, Jayla Blackshear, has been called a person of interest in the case. Steve Kirch tells us how Jayla touched so many lives. Steve.
Maria, today at Muldoon Park, Begich Middle School students, parents and teachers, and others celebrated and paid tribute to the life of a young girl who lost her life in an unthinkable act of violence. And going forward, they hope others learn the dangers of domestic violence. On Saturday afternoon at Muldoon Park, a memorial ceremony was held in honor of Jayla Blackshear. Those who knew her, and even those who didn't, brought flowers, pictures, and told stories that helped people remember what 14-year-old Jayla was like.
We were going up the street, and her mom rolled down the window, and she started yelling. She yelled, and I quote, "Do you guys know Jayla Blackshear? She turns 14 today."
She was a fun, outgoing person who never let anyone put her down, and she always tried to make everyone else around her smile.
The memorial ceremony for Jayla was organized by two of her friends, Jaleesa and Janice Osborne. Both were sickened and shocked by the news of their friend's death.
I was sitting on the couch with my sister and my mother after she told me the news, and I also broke down crying because it was so sad.
Jayla's teacher, Shannon Velez, says she was in denial when she heard the news.
I kept telling myself it really wasn't her. It really was, it's not her, it's not her, it's not her.
Jaleesa and Janice's mother, Katrina, says she will also miss her daughter's friend, who was taken way too soon.
And what do you remember most about her?
Her laugh.
Was it infectious?
Definitely.
And she says she's very proud of her two daughters because it took a lot out of them to put together such an event.
And the fact that 14-year-olds had to go through this with their friend, but they're strong enough to hold it together.
The two girls say they hope the memorial ceremony raises awareness about domestic violence and what happened to their friend.
What happened to her was unfair, and I want people to know that domestic violence should be stopped.
At the end of the memorial, everyone grabbed a balloon in honor of Jayla, preparing to let it go into the heavens, hoping the 14-year-old is in a safe place where nobody can hurt her anymore.
We love you, Jayla!
Jayla's father, Jayla Blackshear, was taken into police custody last Wednesday in New York. He was arrested in connection to a separate case where he's charged with sexually assaulting and abusing Jayla.